Hello again. We're moving on to the next part of the top 10 Excel functions, and the next one on the list is the days function, which is a function to return the number of days between two dates. So what you can do with that is you say days, and then you provide the end date and the start date, and those are the only two arguments that you have, but both of them are required. Note, as it is explained here, that Excel stores dates as sequential serial numbers, and I explained that in my previous video, but for demonstration purposes, if you have a look at this where it says today is 43,815, that is in fact today's date. That's the number of days that have passed since the 1st of January 1900, and so that's the long date. You see, there's no cheating, but that's just what it means about the sequential serial numbers. So things to note about the days function: you either need to have both of your arguments as numbers, and that's one option. In that case, it will calculate the number of days between both days. If either of the values you have is text, then the argument is treated as a date value date text and returns an integer date instead of a time component. If you have dates that fall outside the valid ranges, such as you type year 10,000 or year 0, you will get an error. If you have date arguments that cannot be parsed, or in other words understood as valid dates, you will also get an error, but a different type. Now Microsoft has a few examples here, but I think let's go to our date sheet that I've built for you and just have a look, and we're going to find the difference between days that have been listed here. So if you go days, and that's your end date and that's your start date, and note that the end date is in the past compared to your start date, but that's fine. Excel can work with that. You just get a negative value, and of course you'll find that in fact each of these are 7 days except this one, because this is evaluated as 0, and so the number of days that will have passed between 20th of January 2020 and the 1st of January 1900 will be 43,850. If I was now to type in today's date, and note that in Excel's world that counts as a number just as what we had here, the value is going to drop to 35, because from today we have 35 days until the 20th of the next month. And that is how the days function works. Hope that was useful. Any questions you may have, drop me a comment. Thanks for watching.